All right, so today we are going to have a super fun project. Now, we're going to be talking about magnets, oil, and some iron particles. Now, one of the videos that I did before, there was a lot of comments regarding the heat threshold on some of the magnets. So we're gonna go ahead and do, like I say, a fun little project. And by all means, I'm not an expert. This is just for absolute fun. Now, this is a stainless steel oil drain plug with a neodymium magnet in the tip, which is very, very strong. Another comment in the video was a lot of these what they call titanium alloy. They kind of snap. So I ended up buying the stainless steel one, which is way stronger. So the next oil change, I'm gonna swap it out. So that's one of the comments that came back from the video. The video was basically talking about using neodymium magnets on the oil filter, and I think we got really good results. There was a lot of metal particles inside that we checked out. Now this one's been on my oil filter for quite some time, about 4 to 5 months. So we're gonna test this one here versus the new one to see if it does lose any type of strength. I know these are rated for about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. They do have better ones, more expensive. So you could check out some of the links. They do help out the channel. You could either get these or you could get the filter mag, which is a little bit more pricey, but it is designed to go around the oil filters. And they do tend to have a 300 degree Fahrenheit threshold for heat. Probably a much better magnet than this one. I did contact the manufacturer. I have not gotten a response to see what the threshold is for these right here versus the ferrite ceramic ones that are 2 to 3 times less strength than these right there. So like I said, we are going to have a fun little project. Don't forget to like and follow. If you have any questions or comments, definitely put them down below. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off using the ferrite magnet. We're gonna kind of like double-sided tape it to the side. I was gonna use oil, but it's a little bit, slower. It takes longer to stick to the metal, and visually it's a little harder. So we're just gonna use water, just kind of like to get an idea, how it works. Oil pretty much kind of like does the same way, but it's a lot slower. So we're gonna put about a 1/4 teaspoon inside the water, shake it up, and try to get some visual results, and obviously have some fun doing this. All right, I'll go ahead and shake it up first, and then we'll do about a 1 minute on the clock and see how which one kind of holds up better, picks up some of the metal. So shake it real good, make sure it's off the bottom. The one thing about water is that the actual metal sits at the bottom a lot faster. So visually, it's a little bit better. All right, so here we go. All right, put the magnet on the bottom and just shake it for 1 minute. All right, stop. Here we go. This is what we got. So you can see, there's still some at the bottom. There. On the side. And there's a ton of stuff on there. Let's go ahead and light it up. All right, just to show you that the neodymium magnets are stronger. Let me put it this way for the curvature of the bottle. So, if you kind of bang it. So let's go ahead and test it out. All right. So using the magnet, just shaking it a little bit, see how it falls. All right, so that was using the ferrite one. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the same test using the neodymium. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try out the other magnet, shake it up. Let's get all those metal particles moving. Like I mentioned, in the water, it sets really fast. All right. All right, here we go. 1 minute. I can see already that the water is clearing up faster than the other one. So the magnetic field on a neodymium is stronger. All right, 1 minute. All right, so here we go. I think this one picked up a bit more. There's still some at the bottom there, but I don't think as much as the actual ferrite one. All right, pretty cool. So now let's check this out. So now it stays on there longer. Doesn't fall. So the magnetic field is stronger using the actual metal particles. So doesn't fall. So you know that this is actually, you know, going to attract more, you know, especially when the oil is flowing faster. It's going to have a stronger magnetic field and attract all the, you know, ferrous metals into the side of the actual oil filter. All right, let's go ahead and shake it up. See how he does. Let's give it a minute or two. Look at that, nice. Kind of like emulate, you know, your oil pan. Obviously, if you don't have any flow, metal is going to settle at the bottom of your oil pan, kind of like it does, you know, it's doing it here. So as long as you're having that warm oil circulating through the bottom, you know, then they should be going to the actual, you know, drain plug. Now I noticed that when I put, you know, the magnets on my oil filter, there was a lot less, you know, metal on the actual, you know, drain plug. So obviously, you know, since there's flow constantly going through the filter, you are going to get more metal. But, you know, it doesn't, you know, hurt to have that little extra, you know, on your, you know, drain pan. It's looking pretty good. We're going to let it sit there for, you know, maybe about 10 minutes to see if it starts pulling from, you know, the outer areas. And see where, you know, some of the, you know, kind of like emulate, you know, while your car is in park, sucking some of that, you know, metal from the oil, you know, especially since, you know, the oil is thicker than obviously water, it'll take a little longer to, you know, suck it up. So, all right, let's take it out about 10 minutes later and let's see what we got. Look at, oh, that little fuzz. All right, so, you know, it works pretty good. So this is kind of like, you know, having your oil drain pan with a magnetic drain bolt, and that's pretty much it. So you have a lot of this little fuzz that I'm pretty sure you're seeing on the transmission or the differential magnets, and this is kind of the idea, you know, to pick up some of this type of, you know, metal. So all right, so now we're gonna go ahead and test the strength using this little, you know, jig that I made here. We're gonna start off with the ferrite one. We're gonna try different angles of it. Let's see if we could do about 3 tries of each one. So almost about 15 degrees. Same. One more. All right, so it's about 15 degrees on the edge. Let's go on the flat. Look, about 50 degrees. Almost 55. One more kind of. About 55 degrees. All right, so this one did about 55 degrees on the side. If I put it flat, I have no grip on it. So, you know, since they're about the same size, so let's try out the neodymium. I'm gonna try the tip first. That's about 65 degrees. So this one here went to 15. This one here did about 65. So you could tell that these are way, way, way stronger. They passed 65. and about almost 65. Pretty impressive for this little guy. So let's try this sideways. This thing is on there. All right, pretty much all the way. Kind of have no grip on it. So definitely took it all the way to the top. Yeah, there's no comparison, guys. This thing is pretty much. Let me grab my plier because I have no grip on it. So yeah, all the way, pretty much straight up. So safe to say that this is, you know, extremely strong, even if it loses some with heat, which we're going to test right now with the one that I've had in my, you know, on my SUV. So this is a brand new one. Okay, so the only reason it's smaller is because I cut it, so it's kind of like the same size as, you know, more or less, you know, close to the same size. All right, so. All right, so this one here, I haven't cut it because I'm going to put it right back in my current oil filter now. It's been here for about 4 months or so, different heat cycles. So we're going to try this one, see how it performs. Oh, look at that. So we're talking about almost 40 degrees versus 65. About 35 degrees, about 35 degrees. So they do definitely lose their strength with heat. I checked my oil filter the other day and it's about 174 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it was like a 30-minute drive. So, all right, so now we know that these do lose some strength with some of the heat cycles, especially if it's above 180 degrees. Definitely still way stronger than, you know, the ferrous one, which was about 15 degrees. These are brand new, by the way. You can't even compare. So that's about 15 degrees. This is about almost 40. Almost 40. And this is 4 months of, you know, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So definitely they do lose their, you know, strength with heat, especially if it's above the 180. So, you know, this is the new one. This is like almost 75. So, you know, I know they do have, you know, better quality ones. The filter mag ones are rated for 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you want to go ahead and just get the filter mag that has, you know, the very strong neodymium magnets, definitely make sure you get the right model, because I have different models for different oil filters depending on the size. But absolutely so much better than these here that I've been told that these are better, they hold better heat. They do. They do hold better heat. I did a research on it and they do. But I'll take this one any day. Every 3 or 4 oil changes, I just get a new pack. You know, or I'll just, you know, get a pack of 16 or a pack of 8 and, you know, do 4 and 4. So it all depends what you want to do, but definitely very, very, very strong. All right, so now let's try the stainless steel with the magnet on it. These are retail about $22. It's this company right here, and that's the model number. I'll put some of the links so you could check them out if you want to pick it up. Wow, that's pretty impressive for that surface. Okay, let's try one more time. All right, this is extremely, extremely strong. So now you know, a combination of a nice magnetic drain plug, definitely this one here, stainless steel. I ended up buying before one of these like blue ionized. They have them in different colors when they call it titanium alloy. Try to get the stainless steel ones because these are stronger. And the reason why, because the crush washers, sometimes they are, you know, too small. This particular one comes with a big one. Let me show you. Right, so this one comes with an aluminum crush washer, and as you can see, it fits perfectly. The other one that I purchased, which, you know, I'll put in the link if you want to get a pretty one, it's smaller, so you have to kind of give it a little extra torque to install it. So I did get a leak the first time I did it, so I gave it just a little extra, and I think that's why people break them. I always use a torque wrench just to make sure that I don't break them, but this one being stainless steel, it's a lot stronger, so I definitely recommend it. It does only come with one crush washer, but I'm pretty sure you could reuse it if you torque it properly. So I give it thumbs up on that. Definitely I'm doing the neodymium magnets. Okay, even if they do lose their a little bit of the power, I'm gonna put them in pretty much all my cars. And if you still want to use the ferrite ones, go right ahead. And you know that you don't have to replace them for a very, very long time, if any time. But definitely the magnetic field on these are a lot less than these here. So once you put them on the oil filter and you have full capacity of flow, I want the strongest magnetic field on there, so it could pull all the metals into the sidewall. And obviously you remove the magnet when you change your oil and you toss the filter. So if you want to get these, it'll still work. I'm not saying it won't, but definitely not as strong as these right here. So all right, with that said, guys, thanks for watching. It was a fun project. Just want to have a visual of what magnets with the oil does. If you have any questions, comments, like I said, put them down below. Check out the links, and don't forget to like and follow. So I'll see you guys on the next video.